Hey guys, are you interested in learning how to invest in real estate? Is this something that you'd like to do but just don't know where to start? If that's the case, then you come to the right place. On this channel, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know, all the things that you need to do, and most importantly, all the stuff not to do. First of all, a little bit about me. My name is Gavin J. Gallagher. You should note there's a lot of Gavin Gallaghers on the internet, so the J is important. I've been a property developer and real estate investor for over 25 years now. I started out as an architect back in the 1990s, and I got really lucky on a couple of small residential deals, and I never really looked back. Then along came the early 2000s and everything just went a bit crazy. We all got caught up in the national euphoria that we now call the Celtic Tiger. And it was a crazy time. The banks just could not lend out enough money and we all got caught up. And I have to admit, I jumped in with both feet. I really could not get enough of it. I was an ambitious 30-year-old on a really aggressive trajectory. I wanted to grow a portfolio as quickly as I could. I wanted to get rich, basically. In just 6 short years, I managed to grow my little portfolio from a residential property to 65 million worth of property deals, including residential property, commercial property, foreign property. I bought in New York City, I bought in the south of Spain, I got involved in construction projects, I got involved in retail, you name it. And life was really great. I mean, the money was coming in. I actually moved my whole family down to the south of Spain. It was just a great lifestyle. Everything was perfect. Then along came the 2008 financial crash. Now, to say I got totally crushed is an understatement. This was like a nuclear meltdown. The property prices collapsed, completely collapsed, and you just could not give away property. And I quickly went from having $1 million a year in passive income to finding myself tens of millions in debt, 16 million negative to be precise. And I had multiple banks chasing me to go and repay these loans. It took 5 long, stressful, and very humbling years to actually dig myself out of the hole. Today in my late 40s, I have 5 kids, and I guess I've emerged a wiser, more humble, and what should I say? Just somebody who doesn't take things for granted any longer. Today, I run a big business park in Dublin called Eastpoint. You can learn more about this place here. So why have I started a YouTube channel? Well, if you go back through my videos on the channel here, you'll see that mostly in the past, I've only really used this channel to upload family vlogs, anything for a bit of fun with the family. But then along came 2020 and the pandemic and the big lockdown. So as a lockdown project, I actually started a podcast. It's called Behind the Facade. So on this podcast, I cover many of the insights on the mindset that you need, not just to be a successful investor, but to build wealth in general and to create a more rounded and sustainable lifestyle, but mostly to understand the pitfalls of this business, how to keep your ego and your emotions in check. Since starting the podcast, I've received hundreds of messages, texts, emails, guys just thanking me for the advice. And so I kind of thought to myself, maybe if I've had this kind of impact on the podcast, maybe I can do the same on YouTube. So I've been a fan of YouTube for more than a decade now, and I follow the same creators that you do. So I hope you're going to find my content just as interesting and, dare I say, entertaining. But mostly, I just like to help you guys avoid some of the mistakes that I made. I like to remind people that this is a business, not a lifestyle. So guys, I want to build a vibrant community around this channel. So if you have any thoughts or opinions on how we can do that, please leave a comment below. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, please leave a comment below. I'm going to be doing live Q&As. I'm going to see maybe once a week or twice a month or something like that. Remember, there's no such thing as a silly question. Ask me anything. So until then, guys, I will see you in the next video. Are you Probably more importantly, I'm looking at the wrong fucking place. To give you an impression, on this podcast, I cover many of the insights that I believe for fuck's sake.